Do you watch American?
Yeah.
Do you watch football? Do you care about the NFL at all?
I used to love it. I played football for 15 years and just no, like in the last 8-9 years, no, not at all.
Did you play American or Canadian football?
It was a weird mix. But the field was a Canadian field. Like
is that like a different size field?
Yeah, there's no
geese or something.
There's the 50-yard line. There's a center line. There's two 50-yard lines. In American, the 50-yard line's the middle. In Canadian, there's a 50-yard line on both sides, and then a center line.
So it's a longer field.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much?
And the end zone is deeper, 10 yards. And the
end zone is deeper.
The end zone's deeper too. And you can.
What did the XFL do back in the day? Didn't they make a shorter field and a bigger end zone to beef up the scoring? Like it's a lot easier.
Arena was a smaller football field, I think, wasn't it? Arena football.
Yeah.
And it was tighter or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that XFL was a crazy time.
What position did you play in?
I played for so long that it depended if I was younger or older in the age group at that time. But more often than not, I really took a liking to defense, and I like to play linebacker a lot. Sometimes defensive end.
Okay.
Yeah, I was tight end a couple years.
I guess white guys can be defensive ends in Canada.
Yeah, you literally could be anything you want in Canada.
What else would our defensive end be?
You could be any position.
There was this like really funny meme. This ex-football player does a podcast, Will Compton. Some like media or ex-football player, not even a media guy, ex-football player was like, if there was an all black versus all white NFL game, the black team would run away with it. Like he was like saying this in like anger. He was like mad, like about some shit. And this Will Compton white guy was like, made a video where he's like, let's break it down. Let's see what we get. And so he's like doing every position. He's like, quarterback. All right. The white team's looking good. We're looking good here. The line, the tight ends. We got all the tight ends, baby. This and that. And then he kept saying like how they were good at all the position. He even said, he's like, we can take Mahomes, but we might have to let him pick what team he plays for, or you just exclude anyone who's half. They can't play in the game.
Yeah,
but otherwise we
Mahomes.
got whoever, I don't know the other quarterbacks' names, but he it was funny because he was like talking up like it's a good team until he got to like the defensive ends, and he's like, all right, the defensive ends here, we're in trouble. All right, we're gonna need first of all, we need Christian McCaffrey to play both ends. We need him to play offense and defense because he's one of the only guys, the white guy's fast enough to keep up. As far as other white DNs, maybe this guy who's like a third stringer here, and there's a really promising kid out of Wisconsin right now. We're gonna bring him up to the league, and it was just hilarious hearing him be like, yeah, the white team's gonna be really good, and it seemed like really good until he got to like the really fast defensive end position.
I don't know who the QB
yeah, we're in trouble. I don't know. He rattled a couple off. I don't know
for the white team.
Because I think I don't know anything about the NFL, but I did see some stat on Reddit the other day that was like it was like black people Twitter, and they're like, we're doing okay, and it was like 7 out of 8 of the QBs in the playoffs or something were black or biracial or something. I'm probably wrong about that stat, but it was very high. It was like most of them. Like I don't know.
Wait, the black team can't claim biracial people in this
lineup. Then why can the white team?
No, I was saying this guy said that they can't.
Mm.
This guy's test was that if you say it, you can play on the black team. But if you don't, you have to play on the white team. It was a very, very funny video at the time. For your sports stuff, dude, Twitter's so much better. You get the highlights immediately instead of fucking. I'm sure the MMA subreddit is probably exactly like the damn hockey subreddit where they're posting about a bunch of fucking nonsense instead of posting highlights to games.
No, the MMA subreddit
good.
Not only is it instantaneous,
it's the hockey one that sucks. Then I'm
not only is it instantaneous, but it will be ranked in the order you want to see them. Did somebody just get a crazy wheel kick knockout? It doesn't matter if it was on the prelims. It's at the top of the page because this dude's teeth are on the floor. Did the main event happen 2 seconds ago? Here it is with like 400 upvotes already, and like everybody's commenting and go and get a whole thread, and everybody can make fun of whoever got knocked out.
I watch a stream, I must be 2 minutes in the past because I swear Reddit will like beat me to seeing it. They're so quick.
Yeah. Okay. About that.
I think maybe my chief umbrage is with r/hockey. They are dog shit.
I think the NHL is more litigious and locked down with their footage than because like the UFC will sometimes the day after a pay-per-view upload the whole thing to their YouTube channel. Like they're all about growing the sport. Yeah.
I had no idea. That's interesting.
You get full fights, like usually right before a pay-per-view, they'll give you like a free pay-per-view main event from like, hey, remember I bet Sean Strickland's fight where he beat Adesanya is free right now to watch because he's about to fight and like defend his belt and everything.
Feels like that would be a great move for hockey, which is the least popular of the 4 major sports. Like they're trying to get more attention.
What is it compared to UFC?
It's way bigger than UFC, but
shucks.
Like as far as the 4 major sports go, football is the only one that I could see an argument for being like, no, you got to watch it on our shit because you're going to watch it because we're so big. Did you see this? There was a graphic that showed, I think, the top 100 viewership on cable media, all the events on TV throughout the year. And something like 97 out of 100 were NFL football. Like rank 30 was like a presidential debate or some shit. This is from a couple of years ago, but it was insane. Like it was.
What is this?
Football was
ranking
NHL
showing not NHL.
NFL.
All cable ratings. So like, what were the highest rated or not even cable? What were the highest rated national broadcasts as far as total viewership over the course of 2020, whatever it was, and it showed. And every single one was like football. Like there were 35 football games before it got to anything.
Oh, look at that NHL.
It was
MLS
insane.
pulling ahead. And look, we always give baseball a hard time dominating the NHL. Like the threefold, four.
Oh no, I enjoy that hockey is less popular. Some hockey fans are like, we need to share the sport and get more people involved. It's like, no, because when that happens, they're going to be wearing gay people socks. And
you're already doing that. You're wrapping your sticks with rainbow flags and shit.
No, they shut that down.
I saw it. I synced it. They were
well, then they changed the rule to allow.
No, he disregarded the rule. He wrapped his shit anyway. And they were like, look how brave he is.
What player was it? What player? You have to tell me what player it was because I'll either say it was really brave or coward. Or
it was Quirovich.
If you would have said like it was Vladimir Tarasenko, I would have been like, he's a brave man taking a stand for what he believes. What do you want me to say? And if you would have said it was Brad Marchand, I'd be like, he's a coward and a communist. It all depends on who I like. Yeah, so that's interesting.
It always shocked me though. Like I was gonna say the cricket like dwarfs all this shit by so many fold that it's upsetting because there's only 300 million of us, Woody. There's billions of those cocksuckers.
Yeah,
like
India cricket ratings blow us out.
There's like a billion fucking people watching that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like 3 times more than us exist.
UFC is 17%. I'm baffled that Bellator is right on their heels at 13.
What is this? Like, what do these percentages mean? Percentages of what? Yeah,
I can't see the top.
There is no way that college football is 30 and hockey is 20. Like, college football would be way bigger, right?
Yeah, I'm just not sure about this because I know it in attendance number share of UK sports fans who follow US sports in 2021. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, soccer, of course, but this is UK fans.
Wow.
Their only experience with hockey is some guy getting kicked in the neck.
That poor guy. Did he die?
He did die. Yeah.
I that's awful.
He died.
They charged the other guy. Did that continue on? Has there been any update in that case of the hockey killing?
Admittedly, I have not followed it, but hopefully that guy is not allowed. I don't know if there's going to be criminal proceedings, but hopefully
Tayller's not a real fan.
I'm not a real fan. I'm not a real fan of the English
stats and stories fan, and he's getting a little light on the stories this week.
When it comes to the English professional hockey club, I am not a professional.
I
fan.
watch Bellator every month. I keep up with these things. Not a real.
I don't follow the KHL either. I don't follow the minor leagues.
As bad as Woody
until you show up in the NHL. I don't give a shit.
I knew when the Cowboys lost. Like I was like, somehow, Woody is sending a mean-spirited message to Scum.
I did. Yeah, I absolutely did.
Somewhere,
Because
somehow,
it was funny.
a Stats and Stories fan is sending a mean, well-crafted message to a guy who lives and breathes fandom and is genuinely hurting
Watches
on the
every
inside.
game.
He's hurting on the inside. This is like his girlfriend just broke up with him. It's like a quarter of that much pain. And what did you write, Woody? What'd you send him?
I sent him a YouTube short of that na 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 hey 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 goodbye song.
Okay. Did you say something to the like maybe it smells like bitch in here?
That would be so funny.
I have said that before. I don't know if I have said that exact
you may not know,
message
but that's a real popular one that the NFC guys throw back and forth on their
UFC
subreddits.
guys.
The NFC, the NFL football subreddits all hate each other, and they have. I know. I think the Cowboys locked theirs down, or maybe it was the Eagles that locked theirs down because so many of the opposing guys were coming and being mean.
Yeah, trolling.
But I know that. But one of them was like, "Hey guys, let's not be like the fucking Eagles and lock down. We're men here. We'll take our comeuppance or whatever." Yes. Like they have these internal talks in these.
I saw the Eagles say that they were like, "Guys, don't shut down like we did last time. Everyone said we were bitches."
Yeah.
So hopefully they didn't this time.
Hopefully they didn't shut it down. Man, that's a ballsy message, Woody, when your team is about to also play a playoff game on like a 5-game losing streak. And I like it. I like it because you're in the perfect position where you can be like, shit talk. And then even if your team loses, you're like, I sincerely didn't even care. Like
that's how it went down. So I talk my shit. The next day, the Eagles get knocked out of the playoffs. He talks his shit, and I'm like, got a backup team. Go Lions. I'm still in it.
Yeah. I'm like, actually, Scum, football is gay. Why are you into this? I was trolling you. Yeah, now that my team lost, I'm done. But it turns out that the best team of the three of us that are fans of is still there. The Chiefs.
The Lions
Chiefs are still in the mix.
We shall see.
We'll see. No, we won't because they play the Bills. Chiefs play the Bills, not the Lions.
The Lions are in the NFC, so they won't face unless it's a Super Bowl.
See, that's a level of football knowledge beyond me. Are the Chiefs in the AFC one? I guess?
Yes.
Okay.
I was upset about the Lions winning because Matthew Stafford plays for the is it the Rams? The LA Rams, yeah. And I really wanted them to win. That was a heartbreaking game. He used to play for the Lions. I'm sure there's some bad blood there somewhere along the way. Matthew Stafford, of course, used to be UGA's quarterback, and when I was a kid, and so that sucked that they lost, and also that the Eagles
Lions
lost.
You get those teeth. That's what people say.
That's what they say.
No one says that, but you just
Kyle. It was trending on Twitter. People say it.
on truth.
They say when you come at the Lions, you better beware of our very sharp teeth. That's how they say it. Very wordy, Lions fans.
Yeah. Yeah, big posters, huge small
posters.
Small font. Posters. Big posters, small font. Let's go.
Got it on my throw pillows. Yeah.
But I know that you're now. What did you call yourself, Kyle? Was it Falcons adjacent?
Falcon? I don't remember what I said.
Falcons curious.
Falcons curious.
Yes, I'm Falcon curious. I'm Falcon
curious.
Yeah, and here's why. Again, they are borderline irredeemable. This is it's in the 40K universe. Somebody will do something awful, and then as a penance, they'll be like, for the next 100 years, I will like fight evil. You know, like that's how I'll pay back what I've done here. The Falcons owe a penance after that fucking Super Bowl thing that apparently happened a few years ago. Belichick said they say Bill Belichick might go and play in Atlanta. Now, if that happens, I am definitely Falcon curious because the internet says we're just a quarterback away from being an okay team.
Yeah, maybe you can get Brady back.
We get the 8. We don't want Brady back. We don't, but we have the 8th overall pick. I think Brady might have originally been with the Falcons, and then, but maybe I'm making that up. But I think we've got the 8th overall pick this year. So we could get a good quarterback. We could get a good one, a really good one
with the 8th pick.
Sure, it's not going to go QB. It's not like we're getting the 8th best QB. We're getting the 8th best player. That's probably the 2nd best QB, right? Not most teams have a QB. We don't.
Makes sense.
You don't. The Falcons have no quarterbacks that are any good.
No.
Just be a Chiefs fan.
I am a Chiefs fan. I said I'm Falcon curious, and only if Belichick comes. I am a Chiefs fan. I really enjoy that that nerdy biracial quarterback they've got. He seems like a lot of fun,
dude.
And
Patrick
that
Mahomes,
Kelce brother is trying to fuck himself into being a billionaire, and if he manages that, then what a winner!
He's been doing those vaccine commercials, getting that Pfizer money. I bet that pays.
She's the first white chick he's been with in like ever.
Kelce?
No,
really?
I don't know his dating history.
Zach, show me Kelce with all of his hoes. Show me a picture of Kelce with. I'm sure you'll find it. There's a picture. It's like Kelce with like 4 different very attractive African American ladies, and then now he's gone white.
So Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce, they have a podcast. Both of them got thrown out of preschool for fighting in like different years. Like when they were in preschool, they got tossed out.
They were probably big kids, right? You would imagine.
Oh, they were talking about how much they love dodgeball because they're both big, strong. They can catch and throw. And
do you know how much do you know how much I realized later in life that the amount a kid likes dodgeball in school is almost directly related to how early they hit puberty and got big? Because when I would hear people complain like dodgeball sucks, even back in like grade school, I'm like, what are you talking about? Dodgeball is the most fun day there is because you just get to heave it at whoever you want. Like I love every time the gym teacher said it was dodgeball day, I was ecstatic.
Dodgeball and I'm spacing out. What's volleyball? Yeah. I loved volleyball. Me and my boy John Scott. I was as tall as I am, and John Scott was 6 foot or 6'5", and he was a state level pole vaulter. He was the man. So,